Thank you. Thank you for being here. It's a very strange time for Iran, but it's the time we need to have an action. United States of America has 10 military bases around Iran, plus its massive navy in the Persian Gulf. I want to take your attention specifically to the Persian Gulf. In Persian Gulf right now, and also whole Iran, by surrounding American Navy and bases around it, is like a barrel of oil waiting for a match to light up. That match could be another mistake, like the 1988 shooting down of the Iranian civilian aircraft by the high-tech cruiser USS Vincennes. We need to demand our government for dismantle its military bases now around Iran. United States of America is imposing a double standard on Iranian nuclear energy. We must work on a nuclear weapon-free zone in the Middle East, and we should start it with the countries like Israel, which already have nuclear weapons. The history have shown that threat and harsh languages never work on Iran, and it won't work. Sanctions is part of this hard language, and that basically United States and the European Union are pressuring on Iran with the new sanctions, and they are hoping that they will isolate Iran. That is true. They will isolate Iran, and that will make Iran to not having a direct negotiation. This is one thing we don't want it. Iran and United States must go for a direct negotiation and in any problem they have in the history and basically right now on nuclear issue. The experience in Iraq has shown sanctions just hurt ordinary people, not the government. And because of the sanction in Iran today, even students in Iran cannot take a TOEFL exam. TOEFL exam is for foreign students go to universities. They cannot take a TOEFL exam, and this is an outrageous. And the different level of sanctions is in Iranian daily life. And finally, and the one very important reason why is the time for no war, no sanctions on Iran is because of supporting the democratic movement in Iran. Any possible attack or these sanctions will destroy the democratic movement, the green movement. Iran is a very has a very crucial role in the Middle East. 1979 revolution had a very direct impact in the rest of the Middle East, and this democratic movement will have an impact also. Very short time I have, I just want to give you some information about the Green Movement. The Green Movement is a 100-year-old history. It's not something that happened after the election. Iranian government, after the election, unfortunately, the Iranian government unleashed violence on their people. The result was 131 deaths by direct shooting, 4 under severe torture, more than 4,000 jailed, and thousands becoming refugees all around the world. None of these acts are defendable, and it is not possible to justify them. But our government, American government, cannot and doesn't have the right to criticizing the Iranian government. The country which its senator sings bomb, 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 bomb Iran, or its president threaten Iran with a nuclear attack, or when they are quiet on human rights in Israel, Palestine, or in Saudi Arabia, they cannot talk about Iran. Where they approve toughest sanctions, which will hurt ordinary Iranian people, they cannot talk about government violence in Iran. The only way to defend Iranian rights and help the Green Movement is to lift sanctions and lift fear of these people who have this fear in their daily life. So we should take, and if we leave them by themselves, they definitely, I promise you, they can take care of their domestic issues. They don't need us. No sanction, no war, and we have to do an action now. This is the time. Thank you.